Oh, thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at the Milford Select Board's meeting on April 27th, 2023. It's a little after 4 p.m. In the afternoon. The reason for this meeting was to discuss the fact if we should have a hybrid annual town meeting on May 22nd or a in-person town meeting, and that was brought up at our last meeting on Monday, and it was decided that it would be best, because of the open meeting law, to speak about this this afternoon, where it'll give us enough time, if any decision is made, to make the arrangements to have whether an in-person or a hybrid meeting for May 22nd. We have with us our town moderator, Mr. Bontempo, and we have Attorney Murray here as our town counsel as well. Mr. Moderator?
Thank you, Chairman Mazzucchelli. Fellow members of the board, I'll just read a letter that I wrote and sent to the board this afternoon, dated April 27th, 2023, regarding the May 22nd, 2023 annual town meeting. As you are aware, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts declaration of a state of emergency due to the COVID-19 remains in effect until May 11th, 2023. In diligently exercising my responsibilities as the town's moderator, where we have a representative or limited town meeting form of government, I have determined that it is possible to safely assemble the town meeting members and interested members of the public in a common location while complying with the applicable state or local orders, directives, or guidance concerning public assemblies. This determination is based on data obtained from for Worcester County from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and on local COVID-19 information provided by David Saralia, Director of Public Health. Countywide, all metrics related to COVID-19 have been in a steady decline since January 2023. Locally, the positivity rate 2 weeks ago was 2.8%, and that is 13 positive tests out of 461 taken, and the positivity rate last week was 1.6%, 8 positive tests out of 489 taken. Respectively, Michelangelo Bontempo, moderator. I just want to add a postscript to this, a verbal one. I did inquire of Mr. Saralia if there were any outbreaks associated with or contact tracings attributable to the in-person town meetings that we've held in the past, and those are the ones on January 29th, 2020, an annual town meeting, and the August 2nd, 2021 special town meeting. That was one for the water company, as well as the hybrid town meetings held. We had 3 of them, actually 4 of them last year. The 2 for the May annual, there was an adjourned session. We had the October 24th special town meeting last fall, as well as the November 14th special town meeting. And his response was that to the best knowledge of the department, there were no outbreaks or contact tracings attributable to those events. So my recommendation is that we have it in person upstairs at Upper Town Hall. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, just for the board's edification, because I know this statute is a little convoluted, it's been amended a couple of times, but really, in essence, the triggering mechanism for your board to take action rests with the town moderator. And if the town moderator were to determine that the town meeting could not proceed safely in person, then the town moderator would request upon the select board a remote participation, and there are a number of requirements that the town moderator would have to provide, and then it would be your decision whether or not to have that kind of participation. However, in this instance, that trigger does not issue because the town moderator has made the determination that the in-person town meeting can proceed safely, so therefore, under the statute, your board cannot take any action.
The only thing, thank you, Attorney Murray. Again, the reason why we're all here, too, is because I have a whole nother angle to this as well. And again, it's great news that the COVID restrictions are finally being lifted by May 11th. It shows that, good progress. We all been taking care of ourselves and keeping this virus down to a minimum. The only thing that troubles me as a health official, too, is that we won't really be giving these restrictions enough time to prove themselves. In other words, May 11th is the date that they're going to be, lifted. May 22nd, 11 days later, is our town meeting. Does that really give it enough time to prove itself that they are in fact working? Again, it's great that we're making all this progress, and I never seen, except for maybe once or twice, a positivity rate this low. But on the other hand, I just think that by lessening the restrictions, that let's give it a chance to actually prove itself. That's all I'm asking. Because usually there's a case when restrictions are lessened or even taken care of it entirely, there's a tendency for that people to become more relaxed and the rate would go up again. Again, it's just my thoughts on this as a health official, and I think to be safe, we should probably give it a little more time. Also, if by the next town meeting, the special town meeting in October, this rate is still low and it's proven to be okay, then let's have as many in-person meetings as we possibly can, because that really is the way to go. But just to err on the side of caution, that was my reason why I wanted to have this meeting, just to say that, there are other sides to this story as well.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but as I was talking to Attorney Murray earlier, Town Council, my feeling is that people's behavior have, since the restrictions on the masks have been lifted, and I don't know exactly when they were lifted, they got to be close to a year now, and all the other mandates, we went to a department store and you were limited in the number of people that could go in there, you had to follow the arrows, all those restrictions have been lifted. So I think people's behavior with respect to COVID-19 has been pretty much set over the last year. And I don't think we're going to see a spike. I'm not a public health official, but personally, I don't think we're going to see a spike over the next 10 days or 11 days after the mandate is lifted. I know.
Yeah, and the only other thing towards that point, Mr. Chairman, the change in the mandate has other ramifications other than person's, practical behavior. It deals with mass health eligibility, Medicaid reimbursements, those kinds of things, all that changed with the COVID, and now they're reverting back. So the order from the governor, I think, has a lot of impact on those kinds of decisions.
Yeah, again, what concerns me, too, is even though we're lifting these restrictions, it's not by lifting them that the virus is gone. The virus is still around, and that's what the only thing I'm thinking of, just to give it a chance. I don't know what my other two colleagues, if they, and I don't think we have any.
No, the decision by law rests with the moderator, and he's looked into it, I think quite well in terms of getting information from the health department, and feels comfortable that the in-person town meeting can proceed safely. So therefore, that's really kind of the termination of the discussion. The trigger does not issue for your board to take any action.
Mr. Chairman, I agree with, I went and looked at the law as well as both correspondence. We can act. The moderator's made a decision. I don't believe we have a right to act, and I'll wait for my colleague Mike Walsh if he has anything to offer, but other than that, I would table the motion and go from there, because it's the decision of the moderator. It has to be affirmed by us or not affirmed by us as a select board.
Okay.
Michael, I don't know if,
No, I agree, and I thank you, Attorney Murray. You did a really nice job explaining the statute. It's very clear that the decision lies upon the moderator, and, you know, you've done your research and you've made your decision, and, you know, we have to go with it. It's just simple as I can make it,
Okay.
you know?
Like I said, I just wanted to, for the record too, that I was, you know, I would like to see it delayed for at least a couple of months or so, just to see how it's working. But again, if I have no recourse on any convincing, then we're gonna, you know, again, we have no choice. Okay.
Yeah, again, you know, the triggering mechanism for the board to act is a determination by the moderator that it cannot be done safely, and that simply hasn't been presented to you.
No, like I said, my argument is that I can't argue whether it's safe or not, but I'm just saying give it time
Sure.
to prove
Yeah.
that it would be safe.
And my feeling is that we've had the proof with the 3 town meetings that we did have that were hybrid, and there were no outbreaks, there were no contact tracings attributable to those 3 events.
Then if we do have to go that way, Ricky, then are we going to have enough of the universal health precautions there, such as, you know,
Oh, we will
masks,
still,
gloves,
we will
and
still have PPE
And-
equipment,
and
we'll still have
even-
masks, we'll still have,
even the separation?
we will separate as best we can, yeah, we'll do that like we did last time, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I've already talked with Mr. Benjamin, and he's well aware, and he will take good care of that, yeah. Yep.
Good enough.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn?
motion to adjourn.
I would second that.
I'm in favor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.